All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. So this is going to be kind of a pet peeve video related to a video I did last night. As I reported, Rusty Young, the great songwriter, pedal steel guitar player, played all kinds of other instruments, and was a founding member and constant member of the band Poco for more than 50 years. He passed away yesterday of a heart attack, which was really sad because it seems kind of unexpected. I know he was 75 and people say, oh, that's, yeah, but anyway, I won't get into that. I'm wondering if anything was done prior to that and nobody is saying anything, and I'm not going to delve into that, but I've been seeing some high profile celebrity death as of late, and some of it seems a little suspicious to me, and that's all I'm going to say about it. All right, maybe we'll find out later on, but that's not helpful to people now. All right, now I didn't want to open up that can of worms, but I just did. What I'm more concerned about, quite honestly, is the fact that certain people should step forward and acknowledge that this guy, Rusty Young, was really influential on bands like the Eagles and Firefall and Orleans, and, you know, go down a list of great Americana rock bands. And I mean, the influence of Rusty Young and Poco from 1968, people, that's when Poco really got cranked up. And you had a lot of country rock in the 70s that it was pretty much an offshoot of what Poco was doing. And I was thinking, you know, maybe one of the Eagles would step forward, or Eagles Inc. would put out a statement. I mean, both Randy Meisner and Timothy B. Schmidt wound up being in the Eagles. And when Randy couldn't deal with a working environment, they got Timothy B. Schmidt, who is a go along to get along kind of guy. And didn't mind the fame as much as Randy Meisner, apparently. But two guys who played bass in Poco and had their chops honed on the country rock scene in those dive bars that I think the late Glenn Frey kind of made fun of in the Eagles documentary to some degree. It was a great opportunity for both Randy and Timothy B. Schmidt, but a pioneering musician, that's what we're talking about here. Rusty Young, not to be confused and not related to Neil Young in any way. He even wrote a song about it called Neil Young. It's kind of a humorous track, and I think it's kind of fitting, and I think Rusty would probably want us to remember him writing a song like that. However, I'm just, again, this is a pet peeve of mine. I was just thinking maybe, you know, a guy like Don Felder might come forward, or Bernie Ledden, or somebody would say, hey, this guy was just really important to the music business in general. And you got to think how many millions of albums the Eagles sold on the backs of those men that came slightly before them, who paved the way, and who also gave away a couple of really great musicians to help them accomplish what they did. So that's my pet peeve. Again, you may disagree with me, or you may think I'm kind of going off the deep end here, but I followed Poco for how many years? Over 40 years of loving that band. And to me, it's always depressing when somebody passes away and it's a day's worth of coverage, and a lot of people don't realize the impact of their music and their influence on other bands. In the case of Rusty Young, I can't think of anybody who was more influential for country rock and for the kind of music that would really be very popular in the 1970s and beyond. So that's my video. I'm sticking to it. My name is Dave. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smack that bell if you want notifications on new videos. And you can join me over on Patreon for just $1 a month. Just, you know, a caution to some of the new patrons. I don't really talk about new artists that much and pop music and so forth. So that's not my lane, but I appreciate people have questions about artists of today. It's just not my thing. And doesn't mean I dislike everybody, but I have a focus and I more or less stick to it. All right. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.